So today we have something a little different. Statik asked me to take a look at these products here. And as you may know, I'm not in the business of making things look better than they really are. So I appreciate Statik for sponsoring today's video anyway. They sent all kinds of products, from cables that light up, to an interesting car holder which folds around your mirror, an even more interesting power bank that's magnetic, and the one I was really intrigued by was this turnable cable. So let's start off with this one, the Snap and Charge. It's a small power bank that comes with 3 types of connections: USB-C, Lightning and micro USB. They all seem to work good and the magnet strength is really good. I mostly use this when outside or even when my battery was too low and I didn't feel like standing up yet. We've all been there. Now I don't really know what I should have expected, but this thing rotates around, which can be quite annoying, and on top of that, you can't really lay it down flat, because it will disconnect eventually, since it kinda pushes it. But I think this one is really made for the on-the-go scenarios, and at that, it's kinda cool. Now what I noticed also is that the connector kind of hangs around in the phone, as the magnetic strength, even though really strong, is not strong enough to take that little piece with it once you disconnect. Which can be a pain to get it out since it's so small, but is easier without a case. It can also be handy, for instance, when you keep that connector into your phone and grab the power bank once it's needed. In this way, it isn't vulnerable for breaking either. I think it looks really cool, and you can of course use it on different items as well, like your controller, which it is perfect for, as you won't have any of the issues I just mentioned. When you need to charge this thing up, you will need to grab a micro USB cable, which is a bummer since we all should be at USB-C right now. But at least they deliver a small cable with the product. Now I would rate this positively mostly because of its cool factor, but I'm not so sure about its phone charging practicality. It's really small though, and for a power bank that has 3000 mAh, that's also a huge factor. The second product is the 360 Pro, a cable that turns and twists with you. The idea is that you don't break your cables anymore by holding them at weird angles. And at that, it works really good. You can really twist and turn at every angle, but the braided cable also feels really good. I can't help but notice that this small plastic pin that holds the two together looks really fragile though. I think this product would have benefited from a different or thicker material there, as I feel like this would be a weak point over time. Still, for a magnetic connection, it charges really fast and also comes with those same 3 pins and is only $12. That's really a good deal in my opinion. The magnetic strength is also really good. It can hold my phone with that tiny pin connection, which I was really surprised about. The other end is USB-A, so maybe they'll release one with USB-C too, because most of my charging bricks only have USB-C connection now. But that of course is different for everybody. As long as you don't move against the connection part, the magnetic connection will hold. And with normal movement, you won't have that problem a lot. Still, it's something to consider though. They also included 2 cables that light up in different colors. One USB-C to USB-C and one USB-C to Lightning cable. These pretty much speak for themselves, but I must say that I imagine these being like $30. And they're only 12 again. They also feel like good cables, so can't complain here. They look awesome too. It cycles through basically all colors with the gradient effect, and even in daylight they look pretty bright. Of course, when it's dark out, these would really pop. Now they also sent their ultimate charger power bank, and that one feels really solid. Like really premium and heavy duty. It's 468 grams. This big boy 20,000 mAh power bank has a 65 watt power delivery and will charge your phone like 7 times over. It can also be used with laptops, which is a huge W. It has 4 LEDs on the side, which show you the amount of battery it has left in chunks of 25%. And it has multiple input ports like micro USB, Lightning and USB-C. For output, it also has USB-C, USB 3.0 and a USB 2.0. So lots of options there. Of course, there are 20,000 mAh power banks out there for like $40, but they aren't as slim and good looking, or have similar input and output options. I really like this one and recommend it. Now this interesting car holder, which snaps around the mirror and only worked with their magnetic plate, which is included. I would have thought this one worked with MagSafe too, but sadly it doesn't. Now if you want a magnetic holder, pasting on this plate is really a necessity for Android users anyway. But for iPhone users, I would not recommend this one at all, as there is so much MagSafe car holders, there is really no need to paste on another magnet. If you do, however, the car holder works pretty good. There is still a little bit of wobble that's added to my car mirror, which can be annoying, but at least there is none on my phone. And the magnetic connection is strong enough for speed bumps as well. Now I'm not so sure if there's really a market for these things, but apparently so. You can see it's positioned right in front of my screen, so it wouldn't be for me. Interesting nonetheless. Last but not least, in my top accessories video for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, I mentioned phone holders for bikes are easily stolen, and I recommend a cheapo silicone one, which still works perfectly fine and can be stolen multiple times without breaking the bank. But if you want something a little more beefed up, Statik got you covered with this HyperMount, which just takes too long to steal, and they even have this lock mode on the back, which makes sure no one can grab your phone out of the holder in a blink of an eye. I think that's a nice feature. Of course, they can still check to see how it works and unlock the thing, but with these things, every second delay is enough because they can't really steal it right away. And most thieves don't want the hassle. I've tested it on a stroller as well, and it works perfectly fine. Now, as far as build quality, I think it's nothing too special here, but definitely stronger than those brandless ones on Amazon, which already break if you look at it. They also include this inner spacer, so it works on anything, like I said. And it's really a one size fits all. Your phone clicks in really easy, so that's always good. Now, would I actually use these magnetic cables? I think I'll stick with the regular cables for now. It's just not worth the hassle for me to take these small pins out each and every time. And it doesn't really work with cases. But then again, if they make it bigger so you could easily grab the pin and use it with cases as well, it would probably be too bulky to stay on my phone anyway. I would still use it on my controllers, or when I'm too lazy to grab a cable when I'm chilling on the couch, for example. I love the idea of the 360 Pro, and for only $12 I think it's a really good product. But just a little too fragile for me. The Ultimate Charger power bank really is premium quality, and I would really recommend that one. It's fast, has a lot of output and input options, and it's really slim also. It could fit basically anywhere. They've given me a discount code too, so if you've seen anything interesting in this video, use the code unfilterd.statik, which will save you 10%. With the Ultimate Charger power bank, you still have 20,000 mAh. You have so much juice, even if you forget to charge it fully, it still wouldn't be a problem. The colorful cables look awesome, and for $12 they aren't that expensive either. I think it's a fun product for kids, but then again, RGB everything, right? If you're not done watching, I've selected this video for you, which is very similar and will show you more awesome accessories. All you have to do is click on it, and I'll see you there.